I never thought I'd be the kind of person to invite an ex to my wedding, but Daniel and I had ended things on good terms. We dated in college, stayed friends over the years, and there was nothing romantic between us anymore, just mutual respect and shared memories. When I sent out the invitation, it felt like a mature thing to do. He even replied warmly, saying he was happy for me and would attend. I told my fiancé, Ryan, and although he was a bit surprised, he shrugged it off, saying he trusted me. The day of the wedding arrived, and everything was beautiful until it wasn't. Just before the ceremony started, Ryan arrived with someone unexpected on his arm, his ex-girlfriend's wife. Her name was Rachel, and while I recognized her from a few old pictures, I had never met her. What made it even stranger was that she wasn't listed on the guest list. I smiled politely, confused, as Ryan introduced her with a casual, "You don't mind, right? We ran into each other recently and thought it'd be fun." Fun? At our wedding? My mind was spinning, but I held it together. We went through the ceremony, said our vows, kissed for the cameras, and tried to ignore the tension brewing just beneath the surface. But at the reception, things got weird. Rachel was overly friendly with Ryan, touching his arm, laughing too loud at his jokes, and even dancing with him more than once. Daniel, my ex, noticed too. He leaned over at one point and whispered, "You okay?" I just smiled, pretending everything was fine. Later that evening, after a few glasses of wine and too many awkward glances across the room, I pulled Ryan aside. "What's going on?" I asked. He shrugged and said, "Rachel had been going through a rough patch and needed a distraction. So you thought bringing her to our wedding would help her feel better?" I asked, incredulous. "She was your ex's wife, Ryan." He didn't see the issue, claiming I'd invited my ex, so it was only fair. That night, instead of sneaking away for a romantic first night as husband and wife, we ended up in our honeymoon suite, arguing about boundaries and intentions. Daniel texted me later, saying, "If you need to talk, I'm here." I didn't respond. I didn't want to start another storm. But the truth was clear. Inviting my ex had been harmless. But Ryan bringing his ex's wife, uninvited, was a calculated move. It wasn't about fairness. It was about control. Our honeymoon was quiet, not in a peaceful, romantic way, but in a distant, uncomfortable silence. We both tried to pretend nothing was wrong, but the damage had been done. I started to wonder what else Ryan would justify under the name of fairness, and though the wedding was over, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was just beginning, or maybe already ending.